Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing this 4th of July makeup look and I wanted to get creative today. You know, I felt very inspired to do sort of like an ombre blue wing, some glitter, throw some glitter on there, and also a pop of red with that red lips. So I think this look is really cool for 4th of July because it's very different. I haven't actually seen many looks like this, so I'm really excited to show you guys how I created it. And on top of that, I know 4th of July, I mean, at least here in LA, it's so hot usually for 4th of July, so I wanted to do a sweatproof makeup tutorial. So all of these makeup items are actually very, very good for oily skin, or just if you want your makeup to last all day, all night, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, it's gonna stay on your face. So if you want to see how I created this look and what products I used to get that sweatproof, you know, sweatproof thing going, then just stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Join the Rockstar Fam Bam if you haven't already, and let's get into the video. It's been a while since and then I mess up. Well, what I was saying was it's actually been a while since I sat down and filmed a makeup tutorial because a lot of my videos were pre-filmed that have been going up because I've been like traveling and doing a bunch of meetings and events and everything. So we're gonna start off with eyeshadow primer. So this is the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Brightening Eyeshadow Base. I really like this one because it's actually lightweight, but it does make your eyeshadows really stick down. And then digging into my Tarte Pro palette, which is actually one of my like all-time favorite palettes, I'll be honest. I'm gonna just take the shade Classic and put that right over that primer that we just put down so that we can really set it down. And this is gonna help other shadows blend easier on top of each other. For the transitions today, I'm actually gonna keep it a little bit more on the cool tone side, which is very different, but trust, I feel like it's gonna work out. So I'm gonna take this shade right here called Innocent and just pop that into the crease on a very tapered blending brush. This is actually the Morphe M573. And honestly, I'm just gonna keep using the exact same brush and go ahead and deepen up the crease, this time using a little bit of a darker shade, but still kind of sticking with that cool tone. So I'm gonna take this shade up here, which is called Smoked, and just place that right into the crease once again. And I'm being pretty careful with this because I don't want it to be too overblown out, so I'm really keeping it close to the crease and just blending it out ever so slightly. And then we're gonna move straight into the fun part, which is the glitter. So I'm using the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. This is such a beautiful silver, like everything. I kind of like to apply it first with a brush, but then go back over the lid with the applicator, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I literally take my brush, this is the Sigma Cut Crease E62, take a little bit of the product, and then I'll go in and carve out the shape and go back in with the applicator straight from the bottle and then make it really opaque. Honestly guys, not only is this eyeshadow absolutely gorgeous, but it actually does really stay on the eyelids well, even through sweat, through the heat, through anything. I feel like this eyeshadow is such a bomb product because it never creases, and once it sets, it really is set. Like, you don't have to worry about it falling out or, like I said, creasing. And we are glittery. I do highly recommend using a liquid liner on top of your glitter just because it's going to apply a lot smoother because of the applicator. For some reason, whenever I use gel liners over glitter, it just starts to look a little crazy. It looks a little crusty to me because the gel kind of gets into the glitter and it's just like not the best situation possible. So highly recommend glitter. Wow, this video is going so well, you guys. Highly recommend liquid liners. So this is the cat eyeliner from Jordana in the shade Twilight. Very affordable, but such a beautiful color, and I thought it was perfect for us to create our little ombre wing. And once we have that blue liner down, I'm going to move to a white liner. So this one is from Prestige Cosmetics, and it's just their liquid liner in the shade Pop Star. And I'm going to use this on that inner part where we don't have liner yet to kind of create an ombre effect. It's just kind of about where you're placing the shades and then just creating a wing with a darker color, a lighter color, and mixing those two together. And bada boom, bada bing, this is what you get. So we are going to move on to some mascara action, and I definitely recommend waterproof mascara whenever you know it's gonna be hot outside. 4th of July is probably gonna be very hot. I know it is here in LA. So this is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Waterproof. Make sure to get the waterproof version. So I'm just gonna do a light coat of this and then move straight into falsies. I'm gonna be using one of my favorite styles, which is actually from Flutter Lashes, and it's called Slayla. It's the ones that Makeup Shayla created, but apparently they're discontinued now, and like I just figured out that they're one of my favorite styles, so I'm hella heartbroken. right now. But I am gonna use these until these bad boys just fall right apart because they're so beautiful. Like, I genuinely love them. So yeah, I'm gonna pop those on as I normally would, kind of placing them down with the mirror underneath so that I really find where to place them. And highly recommend the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive for this step, just because this is the only thing that really withstands anything. Like, I have literally worked out with lashes on. I know, don't ask, it was a long story, but I have, and this is the only lash glue that I would recommend when you know you're gonna be sweating. So eyes are complete now, pretty much. So we're gonna move back to the face, and I've actually already gone ahead and prepped my skin just using moisturizer. So this is the Tarte Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost. Sometimes I feel like when it's really hot outside, it's actually better to use less product rather than caking everything on, because that's when I feel like my makeup actually starts to slip and slide a lot more. So what I'm gonna do is just move straight into foundation. Like I said, prepped with moisturizer, and then we're gonna move straight into the foundation. I know I just repeated myself 2 times over, but that's okay. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This really does stay on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I honestly do feel like it's one of the best long-lasting foundations, even through sweat, through heat. It was like 110 degrees here in LA like a couple days ago, and I was wearing this, and I swear it looked perfect all the way through the day. If you really want even more like armor on your face this 4th of July, I highly recommend mixing together these two. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover. These two is like literally a freaking, I don't even know, like a shield on your face. It will literally stay on through blood, sweat, and tears. So highly recommend doing that. That's what I'm going to be doing today for this tutorial. But if you just have the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, I think this by itself will still do a really good job at staying on through all the sweat. Alrighty, and then for my concealer, again, another product that is just honestly so bomb and so long lasting, the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer. I'm using the shade medium, and I'm telling you guys, this concealer, they don't market it as, you know, waterproof or sweatproof or anything, but I am telling you, this concealer is the best long lasting concealer. It doesn't crease, it doesn't cake up, it just stays put exactly where you place it. So I'm placing it underneath the eyes, down the center of the face, and then over any blemishes that I may have. And once we've got that concealer down, before we set anything else down, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some liquid highlighter. Now this I do recommend doing if you're gonna be out a long time, you know, because we don't want that highlight to fade, you feel? So I'm taking this Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid in the shade Deep/Gold, and I'm just gonna place a little bit on the back of my hand first, and then go in with my 3D HD blender from Sigma, and just pop that right onto the tops of the cheekbones. I feel like this step is actually very important for this makeup look, or like any sweat-proof makeup look, because we are gonna definitely be setting everything down, because that is the one thing you definitely need to do when going for a sweat-proof makeup look. When you're gonna be out all day, you gotta set things down, you know? So it's really important to put this liquid highlighter down so that we still have that glowy finish that we like. Okay, now it's time to set. Amazing setting powder right here. This is from Dermablend. This is the one that I tend to reach for when I know I'm gonna be out all day or all night or whatever. So yeah, like I said, it's from Dermablend. It's the loose setting powder, and I just take that, put a little into the cap, and then I take it onto my blender and go ahead and set the face. I do a light bake. I don't want to use a heavy powder, which is why I choose this one, because this one is actually pretty lightweight and it still really gets the job done and gets it done well. So yeah, I do a light bake underneath the eyes and on the smile lines, and then the rest of the face I'll actually go ahead and take my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Finish powder and use that for the rest of the face. Alrighty, and once I get that set, I am just gonna go ahead and let that sit for a second longer while I go ahead and contour. Now, I don't really recommend cream contouring, at least for my skin type. I have oily skin. It does not work when I'm sweating. Using cream products, like, it's just a no-go because they really do tend to slip and slide on my face. So I highly recommend going with all powders when you're gonna be outside for a long time. So I'm gonna take my NYX, oops, ew, I just spilled a bunch of that powder. It's okay. It's alright, fam. We will build a bridge and move past that. So, I totally butchered that saying. Build a bridge and get over that. But we'll also move past it. So this is the NYX blush in the shade Taupe, and I like this one. It's actually very long lasting, and it's drugstore, it's affordable. You don't have to use a full contouring palette when you're only using one shade, and I like to apply it with a little bit of a big fan brush. I know it's kind of crazy, but that's what I've been doing lately, and I really like it because I can just kind of go like this, and boom, we got that contour on fleek. Now we can go ahead and, you know, remove all that excess baking powder so that we can move straight into the bronzer. And for bronzer, again, I just feel like creams don't sit well on my face when it's hot outside for some reason, although I would love to. Like, I would love to just look like a glowing goddess all the time. It just like doesn't really work for my skin type. So I recommend going again with a powder bronzer, not a cream, not a liquid, definitely not a liquid for me. But yeah, a powder bronzer. And today, what am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this guy. I know it looks super, like, it looks like it's just been through the ringer, honestly, because I stepped on it, the top broke, it jammed into the actual powder, but I love this bronzer. It's from Rimmel London. I can't remember if I said that. It's from Rimmel London, and it's in the shade Sun Bronze, because this is actually a waterproof bronzing powder, which I think is such a cool idea because it is a powder, but it's waterproof, it's sweat-proof, it's gonna really stay on your face no matter what, and it has a nice natural tone to it. So that's what I'm gonna be using today, and I'm just applying that in a 3 shape on the outer V, not the outer V, but on the outer portion of my face. Control-Alt-Delete, Control-Alt-Delete! I applied way too much. Please let this blend out. For highlighter, I'm going to start off with Jouer Skinny Dip. And yes, I did say start off because we're going to be layering like no other for this because our highlighter, my earring keeps falling off, but our highlighter is not going anywhere today. No matter what, sweat, blood, tears, that highlighter is gonna stay on our face. So I'm just gonna apply this guy everywhere I would normally highlight. I love this highlighter because it's actually very, very finely milled, and I feel like it's very creamy, so it just kind of glides on and it doesn't leave any glittery residue. For our second highlighter, I'm gonna be using my newest obsession. So this is Artist Couture Coco Bling Diamond Glow Powder. This is what's really going to make our skin pop and what's gonna make our highlighter last all day, all night, literally through anything and everything. Dude, I love this highlighter so much because it is so finely milled, you guys. I literally can't. It's like, it feels like just, I don't even know, silk. If highlighter could be silk, that is what this feels like. And for my blush, I'm just going to top off the cheeks. And then I'm just going to top off the cheeks with the Amazoning Clay 12-Hour Blush in Exposed from Tarte Cosmetics. I don't know what they did with this blush, but honestly, it is so long wearing. I kind of believe the 12-Hour Clay, and like, I feel like this blush really does stay on your face. And I've said this before, but blush is usually the first thing to wear off your face. But with this, it will literally still be on at the end of the day for me. So I don't know what they did, but they did something right. So I'm just going to apply this with a Morphe M530 right onto the apples of the cheeks and blend backwards. And then I think for the lower lash line, I'm not going to put any shadow because we already have so much going on the top lid that I just kind of want to balance it out with a little bit of mascara. So going back in with my same waterproof Colossal Big Shot from Maybelline, I'm just going to do a really light layer on those bottom lashes. 4th of July, we coming for you. Rock stars are ready to slay. Okay, so for the last part, I'm just going to add on a red lip. You could technically, if you wanted to, you could do a nude lip, and I think it would still be cool, but I feel like for 4th of July, genuinely, it needs that pop of red. So I'm using the BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick. This liquid lipstick formula is so bomb, and it's so affordable. You can get it at Ulta now, which I was surprised, but like pleasantly surprised because, I mean, who doesn't want a bomb liquid lipstick that's affordable? And then she spills it everywhere. But I'm going to go ahead and apply that. I don't even need a lip liner, honestly. I just kind of go for it and hope for the best. Oh, and I forgot to say the shade name, but this is the shade Glory. And then to set everything down, we're going to be using the Milani Make It Last 16-Hour Wear Setting Spray. This stuff is bomb, I'm telling you. Like, I have worn this on such a hot day, and my makeup literally stays looking flawless. So highly, highly, highly recommend. and this is our finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really like how it turned out because I feel like it's very different, you know, different from me, different from what I've done in the past, and I feel like it's still very, very appropriate for 4th of July festivities. Plus, on top of that, being, you know, the Sweatproof kind of like armor makeup on the face is really good because for the summer months, I feel like it's going to be key for you guys. At least for me, I know my makeup really tends to slip around in the summer, so this is kind of going to be like my little routine for when I know that I want my makeup to actually last. So highly recommend these products. They really do work well if you want your makeup to last a long time, even with the summer heat and everything like that. So I'll make sure to list them down below if you guys want to check them out. And I think that's going to be it for me. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. Have a wonderful 4th of July. Stay safe, be happy, have fun, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!